Hi, Ksennia. I'm Jason Rego. I'm the event planner here I'm the manager here at Toronto Equestrian Downtown. How you doing today?
I'm really good, thank you. And how are you?
Good, good, good. Just enjoying the day, Good weather finally.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
So, one of the questions I want to ask you is why do you think we should hire you? Why do you think we should hire you here at Toronto Equestrian Downtown?
All right. First of all, I'd like to say that, as I said in my resume, I really have an experience in equestrian area, and it's 12 years. So in that case, I think it's better position when you have real experience with the horseback riders and when you're a sportsman, so you can know this area from inside. And I would say that you would not regret because I'm really obsessed with the horseback riding. I'm really obsessed with horses. And I'm really happy that I've chosen event planning and event management area. That's why if I would connect these two areas, that would be the best mix. That's why I'm ready for like everything. I'm ready for any assignment. I'm ready for any task you would give me because that's my patience.
Perfect. Honestly, yeah, the experience and honestly, like the love for what we do here is the most important. So I'm very glad for that. So where do you see yourself in 5 years from now, Ksenia?
Well, I thought about it, and I think the greatest answer would be I really would like to be like the top manager and very demanded employee in that area. And I really would like to know something more about inside position of event planner in equestrian area, just not to be the sportsman, something like that. In that case, I really see myself being a great event planner. I would be involved into really great and huge projects in Canada, connecting with different competitions, probably to go into sponsorship area. And I see myself in a great projects, and will really work hard for it.
Perfect. Honestly, yeah, there's usually a lot of room for improvement in our company. So there's always people moving up. So that's always a good thing. So in your own opinion, what do you think your strengths and weaknesses are?
Firstly, my strong sides are, as I said, that's my real greatest passion since I'm in a question area from 8 years old, and I never wanted to give up. That's my strong side, and in that case, we have creativity. Because I done a lot of different courses, for example, for my education or some stuff like that, and I'm really responsible person. So I know that we have to work with not people only, we have to work with horses, and that's really important part. That's why I'm really responsible for people. I'm really responsible for these amazing animals. That's why I think here we go with another one. I'm really needed and new knowledge every time, every day, and I really enjoy learning some new stuff. What about my weaknesses? I would say that in if we're talking about especially in that area, I'm a real workaholic because every week I need something new, and I could be not satisfied with a middle down work. That's why I usually go with the best decisions, but sometimes it could really go really hard because you need the best results. You need always the best results. That's probably could be hard, but we could turn it sometimes into the positive way.
For sure, for sure. So how would you think you would deal with pressure or stressful situations?
Well, as I have an experience not only in the equestrian area, also with different projects in event planning area, for example, in a really huge projects as some sports competition or hockey ones or something like that. I really worked plenty of times in the project area, and that's what I do. I always structure my tasks, and I'm trying not to let my emotions or feelings to destroy some work in process or something like that. That's why I usually go with structured decisions, and I do it every time step by step. That's why you feel really calm, confident in what you're doing, and every time I did it really good.
Okay, perfect. Honestly. And so lastly, just why have you chosen our company especially to work in?
Well, that's a real great question because I visited the Toronto Equestrian downtown plenty of times, and I was a sportsman there in advanced show jumping group. That's why I really enjoy the people. I really enjoy the employees, the workers. I really enjoy the people who are working there. That's why I'm a team player. That's why people around me and the people with whom I'm working, that's very, very important for me. That's why I really enjoy the whole atmosphere in your team. And I know that you're trying to achieve some new goals. I know you're trying to be involved into the huge projects. That's why that's very interesting for me because I could feel and I could understand that I'm ready and I would be involved to different things, multiple task choices. That's why I've been there. That's why I really like the atmosphere. And I really would like to be a part of your team, of your huge team. I know that.
Perfect, perfect. Honestly, yeah, people that really want to be there and enjoy their work are the people we're trying to find. So I'm really glad to hear that from your side. Ksenia, I think that went really well. We'll keep in touch with you. We'll probably let you know over the next few days over either your phone or your email, but you should hear back from us really soon. I appreciate you coming for this interview. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for that.
All right. Now we're gonna switch roles, and she's gonna be the interviewer, and I'm gonna be the interviewee.
Hello, Jason. How was your day? Thank you for this call.
Oh, hi. Thank you. Thank you. My day's been good. How have you been doing?
I'm really glad that you're here. My day was really good. Thank you. So I'm a HR manager of CB Vini restaurant. As you know, it's Italian, and I really want to ask you some questions. What could you tell me about the greatest professional asset in a cook?
My greatest professional asset as a cook, I would say, is my calmness in the kitchen. Kitchens are usually a very stressful environment. You have to deal with a lot of pressure, but you still have to communicate. It's very easy for people to deal with pressure but not be able to communicate with their team. So I believe my calmness during the pressure of a rush during dinner or lunch service helps me a lot because I'm able to lead the line, talk to people, get them doing what they need to do, but still keep my calmness and still keep my quality to the level I want to keep it. So yeah, I would say my calmness.
That's really great that you mentioned. That's really important, apparently. And could you tell me, connected with your answer, you said that the calmness is your strong side. Could you please tell me about the time you deal with a really significant problem on a kitchen line successfully?
Yeah, I can tell you a great example, honestly. There was this one time I was in a really good restaurant in the US, and I was only a line cook at that point. So I wasn't a supervisor position or anything. And so I was just working my station at the time. But then all of a sudden, it was about 7 p.m. on a Friday, which is a pretty busy day. My sous chef, who was running the kitchen that day, tells me that I think his brother had gotten into an accident or it was some sort of emergency, whatever it was. And he chose me to, be his lead when because he had to leave the restaurant. And initially, I was a little scared for sure, because I had never been a leader in the kitchen. I never looked at myself as that. But I took the opportunity to prove myself a point, maybe. I did that service as the expo and main supervisor on that line, and I think it went brilliantly. I surprised myself a lot more than others, but I didn't know I had that in me. So the issue I'm talking about at hand is my supervisor actually leaving and leaving me to lead the line. But I got reviews from everybody on the kitchen, my other managers, my owners, everybody at the end of that service told me I did a great job leading that line, and they had told me if there's other few days during the week that I can work that position, and even gave me like $1 raise. They offered that to me because they saw I could be competent as a leader on the line. So
All right, that's really amazing. And we were talking about kind of like strong sides, and we should cover the point like what is your biggest weakness as a cook or leader, for example?
Got you. I would say in a kitchen, my biggest weakness would be my I can be a perfectionist at times. I usually have my standard that I go by, and if everybody around me is not at that standard, I can be kind of hard on them and get them to possibly achieve perfection in a way. So, but that does count as a weakness sometimes because it does prolong the time. So a meal that could be done in 9 minutes or 10 minutes might take 11 or 12 minutes because I want it to be to the quality I think people deserve. So sometimes me being a perfectionist can, lead to longer ticket times and people waiting a little longer. But I believe that if they're getting great quality food, that's all that matters. So
Okay, and why do you think you would be a really good kitchen supervisor for our restaurant? Like, why should we hire exactly you?
So I think I have a few points for this. I've been in restaurants for about 5, 6 years now. I've worked in about no, probably a bit longer than that, but I have worked in about 4 to 5 different restaurants. Mostly in the U.S. I have some experience here in Canada too. So my experience going through all of these different jobs, dealing with different kind of people, will definitely make me a good leader for this position. The locations I have lived in, this is the fourth country I have now lived in. So I've had to deal with so many different nationalities, so many different types of people, so many age groups too, and I've been able to lead most of them in my life through my knowledge. I also have a culinary degree, so it helps me with the culinary knowledge I need so I can be confident to actually lead these people without just talking on my own experience. And lastly, my love for food. I've always been a big food person ever since I was a kid. If you don't love what you're doing while you're there, you shouldn't even be there. So that's what I believe. My love for food and my able to lead would definitely make me a good candidate for a position like this.
Mhm. You really covered a good points. And let's talk something about your team. As I see, you're like a team player, real team player, and how will you gain the trust and respect of your subordinates?
So through my experiences, like I said, because I have lived in different locations, I'm already able to like relate to a lot of different people who have different cultures because I know a little bit about something here and there. So it gets us talking and I'm able to relate to them. So relatability is the first one. But as a supervisor, um, I need to also, have them look at me as not someone, not one of their friends, but also somebody they can go to as for guidance and advice. So I will relate to them on the line, getting to know them a little bit so they kind of trust me. But because of my knowledge in culinary with my degrees and my experience and everything, I believe that I can guide them whenever they have issues. Whenever they have issues, I can be that person they feel safe to come and ask questions about because a lot of people can be, a little scared about going to the head chef that might, get angry at them or whatever. I want to be that person that they feel comfortable coming to, but also they know has the knowledge. So I think with the combination of those two, I think I'd be able to gain their respect and trust.
All right. Thank you for this interview. I think we're done. And I really appreciate the honesty. I really appreciate your time. How it would be really comfortable for you to be contacted by mail or we could call you.
Yeah, you could either call me or email me. Either one works for me. So I'm free all week, so you can let me know.
That's really great. Thank you. And I think we will give our firm decision in 4 or 5, up to 5 business days.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Great,
Have a
great,
good one.
great meeting you, Ksennia. Thank you.
Thank you.